That's a violation of what your laws say. So you're going to be judged by your own fucking laws. Just like your government want to lock motherfuckers up, all of the motherfuckers that ain't getting executed, wait till you see their confessions. All these motherfuckers gonna pay for this shit. The bill always fucking comes due. The bill always comes due. You can't keep just continuously hurting people, doing dirt to motherfuckers, and in the spirit of righteousness is not gonna respond. It has to respond. Well, I didn't even think I was that righteous, to tell you the truth. But I tell you this, I'm not finna be quiet when I got the juice. But some of the shit, I'm gonna let the story be told from the horse's mouth. They can tell it because they lived it better than I can tell it as I watched it. I can only tell you what they showed me that was taking place as they left me my grievances. So I got a lot of grievances that I answered already, told what the remedy was in the workplace. The shit easy. And they make it hard or appear hard to keep you from ever realizing that the shit easy. All you gotta do is keep doing what you already know is right. That's it. You already know what to do. So your life is like a replay. Every 7 years it flips. So you have to do your work in a certain way in order to get a certain result. So we use that to our advantage because we understood how Kronos ate his kids. He didn't eat them with his teeth. He ate them with disgrace, ill repute, false allegations that you can't go back in time and undo. That's how Kronos eats his kids, with perpetual regret. You can't fix what's already done. You can't take the bullet out that nigga head once you put it in there. It's in there. If he die, it doesn't even matter. If he live, it don't mean he gonna even, it's still gonna matter. You can't unscramble that egg once you scramble that motherfucker. Them basketball scores is what we call them, 197 years. Get the fuck out of here. So, we listened to all of the grievance, be vexed. The biggest, bar none, was the pedophilia, followed closely by the subjugation of the women, and then the next biggest grievance was the workers' grievance, because everybody has to provide a living for their family in the way that they know how. Nobody has a right to interfere with you making a living by selling your labor. Only thing is, you have to know your value. Keeping up with the rate of inflation, with the current minimum wage, auto workers should be making about $63 an hour. They don't. The big three have no problem giving them what they got coming, because we took that shit over. That's why you see Mary Barra down there, and she don't be saying too much of nothing, because she waiting. And we gonna get these union members to press federal charges on the IUAW members who knew. They all call, any one of them can call the feds to say, I want to press charges for fraud, for embezzlement, or all of the ones who interfered with the process of the contract negotiations. You can press charges on them. That's a criminal act. It is a criminal act for them to do that. So if the auto workers decide to call and get them some bitches that knew they were under investigations, it's only going to be one motherfucker left. Cindy Estrada. Because all the motherfuckers knew they was under investigation and they're not supposed to come to the bargaining table in bad faith, so they done it as a form of racketeering. It's a big shakedown. We ain't just talking about the shakedown of the union dudes. It's a big shakedown. It's a shakedown of the whole workforce in the auto industry. And all of the CEOs were put in place specifically by the stakeholder in order to give the worker a just compensation. You got to work them up to it now, because you give them too much money now, these motherfuckers go crazy. Stop coming to work. But if you treat people right at work, motherfuckers don't mind working. Most people like the job they work and the people they work with, but they don't like the way management treat them. Well, the last one I had was good, Bree. She treats you like a human with respect, and she don't immediately classify you as a fuck up because somebody said it. She investigate. And they did all kind of shit to the people up there. Take their jobs, fire them for dumb shit, and then be mad because they got a third of the people out on suspension and we don't have enough manpower to run. That's some dumb ass shit. The union worker can unionize the discipline aspect in this way. They set a set of guidelines and consequences for the infractions. And then when management write them up, you have a management member and a union member sit with a relations person, vent the grievance. Then when you vent the grievance, then if it's valid, it's valid. Then you go ahead with the punishment as it's written according to the scale. Most of the shit people lose jobs for is so they can cover up how they fucking people up on the job with the type of job they got them doing. Sometimes, if the person don't have a good team leader, they'll fire the person so they don't have to fix the job. That's some fucked up shit. You lose your job because the company don't want to do their shit. So, inmates can unionize their workforce and take the slavery out the labor practice. License plates, whatever the fuck y'all making there, 3M tiles, whatever the fuck y'all making, that shit won't be free labor no more. Everybody need to be part of a workers' union out of the sheer fact that in that a newcomer into any work field haven't worked there long enough to know what is the value of the job and the labor required. A working union gives you a sense of knowing coming in the value of the job and the work. So, I don't know how much longer they're going to take when my broker get here. I ain't really too worried about it because for me, every day is another week of vacation. Unless they got a real valid and reasonable explanation that I can understand. But I don't see it. I don't see shit but feet dragging. But I'm not gonna trip on that. I'm just gonna do what I already know I'm supposed to do. Keep shit moving. So, I can't wait to go get Killer Miller. This man been in a single man cell, smaller than the goddamn kitchen, about the size of a bathroom in the inner city, almost 30-something years for some bullshit they started. So, I just want to show some love to the brothers up that way. Any of y'all know Tommy X, let him know his big brother coming to get him. I'm not bullshitting. I told Glover Bay to tell him, but I don't think he told him. I'm coming to get his ass. Stop spending money. Stop looking for a lawyer. Come and get him. Need a motherfucker on some chief of security shit anyway out here making a good living after being in there struggling for so long. Atlantics, my boys. Some real motherfuckers right there. Fruit. Go a long way back. Go a long way back. Some of y'all told I met fired in the chambers when I was making the descent. He told me the last obstacle would be greed. And greed would cause the decay. That's what he told me. He is a riddle. Took me 20-some years to figure out what the fuck he was telling me. Then I started looking around, seeing all these greedy, entitled motherfuckers trying to hoard up everything, feeling like what you work for, they deserve without them doing nothing. No. Then it all clicked. Oral statements and prophecies of Noble Jew Ali. That shit didn't make no sense when I first read it, but that shit clear as day. Then we have Messenger himself. He taught me he used the radio head. A guy named was Everett X when we was in Division 1. That's why I met Willie Lord at 4-star elite. Lil J flipped me to him. I wasn't no big deal to me. I didn't give a fuck about meeting Willie Lord. I didn't even know it was significant until recently. Shit. A lot of shit I didn't put together till recently. But I've been knowing it the whole time. It just didn't click. Now the shit clicked. All the keys been used. Opened up all the locks so I could see that shit clear as day now. My mama was telling us about the meeting she had with Mickey Caldwell and Jeff Ford to stop them from beefing. And then all of a sudden, she telling us they left Chicago so we wouldn't get caught up in the conflict. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. Battle of the Chiefs. It's a battle royale, a royal battle. All chiefs involved. Only one gonna come out. Chief of the Chiefs. It's a knockaround game, but the big boys play. Them knockaround boys. Mama's boys. You know Mama, the widow. Down the street, yeah, the black widow. Always wearing black. Yeah, that's her. Mama. She don't play. Mama don't take no mess. Fuck what you say about Papa. Papa will beat your ass, but Mama will put you in the grass. I'm telling you. Mama all wise, right, and exact. Mama never lied to me. Mama said, check your mind, I'll be with you all the time. That's how I was able to see. When you follow the words of wisdom, you follow the mother's wit. Well, what is the mother's wit? It's caught up in Charlotte's web. Well, who was Charlotte? See, that was my cousin, but she really my sister. She my cousin by definition, but she my sister by support, substance, of bond. So you get caught in Charlotte's web. So then you have to end up at the fairgrounds where you have to balance this shit out, which flipped me up to Fairgrove or Fairmount, my bad. And I didn't put that shit together, but I know when she told me those are chances that you take, that this was the real, not the fake. So I sat there on the Fairmount. It's time to set the record straight. So the fire sprite flipped me down in this knockaround game, got me bumped off the red lights to see if I was really insane. An insane gangster, a maniac disciple, or was I just a satin disciple? You know, like a Spanish cobra. It's all diamonds up in this bitch. Rock Nation. All them sisters gonna be walking around saying bling bling. Lil Weezy, moving on up to the east side, deluxe apartment in the sky. But we George Jefferson walked out of federal court. Look at Pop. See that nigga move? He walked out that bitch like he was George Jefferson, swinging his arms behind his back. Now what kind of shit is that? That's my brother in this knockaround game. He already know. These niggas ain't playing. These niggas will put you in the dirt if you don't know how to put in the work. So you gotta always watch your step. And that's how you get to become adept. You pay attention to the signs and you read the symbols. You don't get caught up in the mischief and the mischievous ones, because they gonna lead you astray every time. You know? Cold to a diamond, correct. Pressure. So they put us together and they use our destruction as a means of oppression, and we use it as a means of development. See? So what they created to destroy us, we use to strengthen us. You never allow your enemy, no matter what he push at you, to subjugate you. Instead, that's my baby Kiki D. She used to work with me before I left that place. I can't watch them oppressing people like that, Kiki. I can't do it. I'd rather watch the goddamn sunrise in the jungle by myself than to watch them oppress y'all like that. Half pay you, overwork you, sacrifice your life for what? Now look at Kiki, look at Doug hobbling through plant. Why is the fuck is he still working, and why he don't got a big ass fat retirement package for the way they didn't fuck that man up working all them years? But they blame him. They say it's his lifestyle. Well, maybe if he could afford the lifestyle he wanted instead of the one he was forced to live, he wouldn't be walking around hobbling like that, now would he? You see, you can't work people into their grave. That's not how humans behave. Before you know it, you'll think it's cool to make other motherfuckers your slave. But this ain't the land where you lay down wicked hands. And I ain't the man you should try to cross. Because he done did it before. But now I knock at your door. And I give you the warning. I'm innocent clear. You say my name 3 times like Candyman. Roll on that ass like an avalanche. Downhill. Snow slide. Looking for a better day. So, all of the rhymes and riddles, the nursery rhymes, the fables, Aesop's fables, Grimm's tales, all keys. It's the mythology, the mystery system, where the mythology is told and the mystery is unveiled. But only the person that can go in the workshop of the mind and understand the subconscious emanations of the mind will you see it. Through your heart chakra, you can actually do shit like Iron Man. Iron is Fe, man. male, female. So then you know that Kal-El was actually Kali-El, or Kali, El Kali, Lord Kali.